Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a movie review for Operation Avalanche. Now, I stumbled across Matt Johnson's first movie, The Dirties, a few years ago, and it was a very independent, very low budget, micro budget movie about a school shooting, and it was captivating. The characters in the movie were the real life personas of the director, Matt Johnson, and his friend Owen, who was the two main people in the movie, which was an interesting take on it and gave it that kind of fake documentary-ish look about it. And he goes with the same aesthetic for this one, only it's a period piece. It is set in the mid-60s when there was the space race on, the first people to get to the moon, and there seemed to have been a mole at NASA. So Matt Johnson and his cohort Owen come up with this plan as they work for the CIA to infiltrate the NASA as a documentary crew and catch the mole. Even though they're fairly young and only been in the CIA for a little while, they're given the go-ahead on this mission, and they go there and they, while tapping all the phones and things, they discover that there is no way they're going to beat the Russians to land on the moon. So Matt comes up with this plan to fake the moon landing. And you can kind of tell where this is going. It's shot in a fake documentary style. It gets a little bit thriller-esque later on. A lot of the movie is kind of made up on the spot, or so it says, like, reading into it, and it does feel a little bit like that. Now, aesthetically, it looks pretty good using different film stock, or it's made to look as if it is, but I can see a lot of people being put off with that aesthetic, especially as the characters don't really speak in the kind of lingo that you would have got back then. They're speaking the way modern day kind of people speak. It sticks out a little bit, especially when there's one character that's very much using a tone from that era. It has a spectacular car chase, which they've done with a limited budget, but looks really good. And the interaction between Matt and Owen is excellent. And that's what made The Dirties work so much. And that's what makes this work as well. It's not so much the story, which is kind of clever, but kind of hokey at the same time. It is a short movie, and the fake documentary kind of style may not be to your cup of tea, but it is definitely an interesting movie. It is a very interesting premise. It's amazing what these guys can do with a micro budget yet again. And it's been picked up by Lionsgate and getting a decent VOD release with them. But ultimately the movie felt a little bit lacking for me. It didn't have that gut punch that The Dirties had, the first movie. They've aimed for the moon, literally, and just fallen a little bit short on this one. And that's down to some of the scenes with Owen and Matt, where they're being kind of themselves, which they are playing, but that doesn't really seem to fit with the kind of thriller aspect they're going for. And that's another thing. The fact that it's supposed to be a thriller, it changes tone a couple of times throughout the movie, and it doesn't really get to that thriller aspect to the last little part of the movie, which is very well done, but it could have been that all the way through. It just seems to fall short a little bit. And that's probably because they improvised a lot on set. Again, I can only say what I read about the movie, and that's what they said. They improvised a lot. Maybe with a more constructive script, a tied down proper plot, this could have been a little bit better, but it's still a good movie. Overall, I thought Operation Avalanche wasn't as good as The Dirties, which if you haven't seen, definitely check it out, but it was interesting. It's never going to be fantastic or great, it's just good. I may never go back to this one, whereas I would probably go back and see The Dirties. I'm really interested to see what this guy is going to do next, because he seems to be really inventive, really energetic, and willing to just try things that haven't been done before, which is probably the most interesting thing and one of the main reasons why you should check out Operation Avalanche. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.